This is a 10-minute tour of the Adventure 80 RB truck camper. It is not the largest truck camper out there, but it's extremely well made. It's nicely designed, and it can go to a lot of places. I think it is perfect for the solo or maybe the couple campers out there who have maybe not the largest truck in the world, but they really want to go places. The 80 RB will do it. Let's go check it out. Welcome aboard the Adventure 80 RB for a 10-minute tour. So it's not a very deep in-depth tour, and so there will be a lot of details I leave out. To find those, you're going to want to look in the video description down below. Now, an 80 RB truck camper. You can see it's a non-slide model, and you can also tell that it's just a little smaller than the big guys. I am personally, in my shoes, 6'5". Now I slouch, so it's pretty easy in here. But if I stand up straight, I do make contact with this air conditioner right there. But not to the side. Nope, to the side, perfectly clear. It's probably about 6'6", maybe even a smidge more than that. So take that for what you will. It is a nice finish out. These are fantastic cabinets. The wood is real nice. The surface on the countertop, really nice, good amount of surface here. But let's just go around the cabin together and see what we can see. So here I am in the dinette section. Again, this is pretty standard for a smaller format if you want to have all the features that this comes with. I am sitting up fairly straight. It's no big deal. A little bit of cabinetry up here, radio. Now, this table is pretty darn good. It's a nice material, and it does slide a little bit. And since it's on one pole, it can be rotated. Or, as I would probably travel with it, I would just take the whole thing out and leave it open, because when I'm traveling, I typically can hold a plate or hold a bowl. But you have your options. If you need to work in here, this is a good enough, solid enough platform to do some laptop work or some paperwork or what have you. You know what? I might even leave it up just because it's a good place to put down a coffee mug in the morning, in the early afternoon. So I'm looking around, and I have some switches here. It has an electric awning. That switch is here. It has an awning light. That is there. And over here, I have some power outlets, just standard residential. So you're going to have to keep that in mind, as that's going to work if you're connected to shore power generator or something like that. And the controls for the heater. Now above you, you do have an air conditioner. The air conditioner and a few other items on this camper are optional, but if you're shopping at Princess Craft, we just order them with all the options, including the air conditioner, the scissor steps, the electric jacks. So if it's an option that the 80 RB comes with, Princess Craft just goes ahead and orders them for inventory like that. So there you go. Let's go ahead and move over to the kitchen area and explore that space. In the kitchen, it's well appointed enough for some nice, comfortable, maybe not luxurious camping and meal prep and whatnot, but it has what you need and maybe a little bit more. It does have a microwave. You may or may not need that. It does have a 2-burner stove with a nice grill on it, and then some storage around down below. These are nicely built, and notice they're new, so tight, and that felt like it had. Yep, sure enough, has soft close. So there you go, that's nice. A deep sink. You're gonna notice that here's my arm right here. It's probably about an 8-inch depth here, and it's probably about a foot in diameter here. So look at that. Nice high mount faucet, good amount of space, light, fan light, some controls, water heater, water pump, entry light, porch light, and then looks like your 30 amp solar controller, and that's from Go Power, which is a pretty well established brand here. Now, this cabinet is a good amount of space behind her, but it's hiding something that I can reach under here. You might want some outlets right here in the kitchen. And so let me pull those down, and I have 2 residential style outlets, and I have a USB-C and a USB-A, so you can charge here. But if I open this up and I explore the space up here, which is finished out nicely, I see nothing raw, no raw wood in here, so it is finished out. I can actually push that up, and I have the same outlets available on the inside. So if you want to charge your phone or what have you, maybe power some other gadget or gizmo, you can actually have it hidden away, tucked away in there while charging. Going to rotate around, and I see a 3.5 cubic foot Dometic refrigerator right there with a nice little space for those small little ice creams or ice cream bars, if you will. Your furnace is here, and I have a nice step up right here into the sleeping space. So let me hop up there real quick and let's take a look. Okay, set aside my suggestive pose up here. This is the cab over sleeping area. It is a true comfortable 60 by 80 queen size mattress. Now, obviously in a cab over, many truck campers such as this, you're not going to be doing a whole lot of sitting straight up here, but it is comfortable. It is a truck camper that can take you many places. A little bit of storage. You have like a nightstand there, a little cubby there. You can put things along the side. You have this kind of smart storage pockets on the front. Power fan right there. That's cool. Big windows on either side. More of the nightstand and even a drawer. Now, if you need to charge something while up here, all of your charging ports for this 80RB are over there. You have residential plugs, you have a circular 12-volt plug, and you have two USB-A style plugs right over there. A small little finished out cubby right here. There is a hanging rod in the top, so you might be able to hang some of your shirts. And there's actually a little crank in there should you need to manually operate those electric jacks. Not typically something you're going to be reaching for, just to be honest. But it is a very campable space. And again, the adventurer truck campers are known to be solid, well-built, and comfortable. Albeit the 80RB's one on the smaller end, quite comfortable. And part of the comfort comes from knowing how well-built it is. But let's go around the outside. On our way outside, let's check out this wet bath situation that the 80RB has, because it'll work for me and probably for most, as long as you're cool with a wet bath scenario. I'm gonna hop in. Well, here it is. This is, of course, the wet bath, and a wet bath scenario is just that. You have your toilet facilities and your shower facilities in the same place. Now, this is a wood door, so they want to protect it, so they give you a curtain that goes all the way around on a track. And I'm not going to be able to stand up in here. Most people, I don't think, will be able to. So this is a sit and be fit scenario. Now, there you go. You understand that to be what it is. There's a little bit of a shelf here for toiletry, shampoos, soaps, and whatnot. You have a covered toilet paper holder there. And you have the controls for your shower to your side over here. Now, the wand, if you will, is right there. So nice handheld situation and perfect for that shower solo you're likely to sing. This is a nice fit. You'll notice again for my size, my frame, knees are not hidden, nice amount of headroom, good reverb if you're going to belt out your favorite 80s rock ballad. But that does it for the wet bath in the 80RB. Let's go check out the outside. All right, I'm going to step out here real quick. I'm going to tell you this, again, they want you to be comfortable. The inside space, cozy, comfortable, well appointed with good materials. Now, their walls, the insulation in the walls is supposed to be an R9 value, and the same R9 value in the ceiling. So they want you to be comfortable maybe in cooler weather. How do I know that? Well, they also have an enclosed underbelly and heated tanks. So there you go. Tank sizes and all that are in the details below in the video description. And let's do a quick walk around. They do have a really nice ladder here. You have your sewer connections right there below it and a nice electric awning right there. Your porch light. Look at this. This, of course, it looks like your standard handle. It's a very solid one, but it does have numbers up here. So you punch those numbers with your individual code, and it is a keyless entry system. I'm going to come around here, and you have storage, lockable storage for your sewer hose. Apparently, as this was being put together and delivered to us here at Princess Craft, this was not locked. And a mama bird made a beautiful little nest in there. So, cleaned it out, it's perfect shape, but it was kind of interesting nonetheless. We have a hot and cold outdoor shower system right here. And access to your battery bay and your power cord is stored right there. And right now, I also have the remote for the electric jacks. Now, those electric jacks are an option. Again, if it's at Princess Craft, it's more than likely you're going to see that we order these things with all the available options from the manufacturer. So coming on down, city water connection and your fill for your tank and the back of that water heater. Let's come on around, and you're going to notice that this nose cone is not only just a nice clean look, clean design, but it is a nice kind of one piece all the way back to the top, and we'll come around. And on the curb side, if you will, we have a little bit of access right here because you have a horizontally stored propane tank. Now these are not made the same way, so you can't just put a standard barbecue pit propane swappable tank. You need to make sure that you have a tank that is designed to lay down on its side and be used appropriately. But it is refillable. It's just not as easily exchanged as you would at, like, say, a corner store. 20 pound right there, 5 gallon, 20 pound, something along those lines, and a little bit of venting. Your center of gravity, I love when manufacturers will give you an indication of where that camper's center of gravity is, because you want that to be over your rear axle or in front of your rear axle for the safest and most comfortable setup. It distributes the weight of the camper best for travel if that center of gravity is ahead of that rear axle, or at very least right over it. You have a really nice camper in the 80RB from Adventure. It's a good size. Like I said, I mean, for a solo traveler or a couple, this may be a great option to check out. You have a truck, you don't really want to tow something behind to make your setup longer, or maybe you do want to tow it, but you don't want it to be your trailer for camping. You want it to be maybe a horse trailer or motorcycle or boat or something like that. Well, this gives you that option. Not only that, as a truck camper, your tow vehicle, because it's hauling in the pickup bed, is also your city runabout vehicle, because you can drop this off, disconnect at your campsite, lower it down, lock it up, and head into town for whatever fun you might have there, and then come back to camp. So there you go. Yet another nice thing about truck campers. So if truck camper life is possibly your thing, I do invite you to check out the lineup from Adventure, and the 80RB is a pretty cool, pretty campable package. Check them out, Princess Craft. We have them here, and that about does it for this 10-ish minute tour of the Adventure 80RB. We'll see you next time.